Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. So, I've got a right-handed Cort in Arctic white. Can you believe this thing? That is like holy, you know? It's like the guitar of angels. Actually, I do have my my Christian strap on it too. It's got a pretty cool cross on it. Anyways, so this is an electric acoustic I picked up from Long McQuaid. I actually borrowed it for a week. They were very gracious to actually allow me to borrow it for a whole week. Give it a good spin and get my stuff done and get practiced up. What happened was I hurt my index finger on my right hand. I'm normally a left-handed player, as you guys know. If you don't know, well, now you do. And being that I sliced my finger open pretty bad with a putty knife at work, yeah, I can't play lefty very well right now. And it's going to take a while for this to heal. I may be a couple of weeks before I'll be able to play properly again without any interference problems. So I needed a guitar, and so I talked to them and I said, what's the cheapest right-handed acoustic electric you've got in the store right now? And lo and behold, this was hanging on the wall, which wasn't there a few days back before I went in. And they just gotten it in, and it's used, and it's $200 if I want to buy it. And I'm like, okay, that's a good price actually, because, you know, to buy a brand new acoustic in a brand that I'm kind of like on, we're talking $400, you know, almost. And it's like, well, I'd rather buy a used one. And this thing does have some nice medium, I would call them medium jumbo, because they're not jumbo, but they're pretty close. There's some pretty fat frets. Nice low action on this thing, fret binding. If you want all the specs on this, just type in the model number, Cort, blah, 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 and you'll get all the full specs on the wood and everything on this. But I will tell you the model number. It is a SFX1F-AW, AW for Arctic White. It is basically it's a concert-sized guitar, kind of like the Taylor 314 CE. It is cutaway, of course, which is something that, you know, if I'm going to buy a right-handed guitar, I want a cutaway. You know, I got this thing about the cutaways because you can play up here really easy, where on a full dreadnought you can't. This also has a thin line body too. Fishman electronics. I love the Fishman electronics. They're really good. I've got Fishman electronics in my Martin, and this is, you know, really nice. I really like them. They work well. And of course your jack is down below here, which is a little different than my Martin setup. Of course, 9-volt battery. I did have to put a new battery in it. The one that was in there was dead. So I put a brand new Duracell on it, and wow! It's got a tuner on it, volume, phase switch, bass and treble. Of course, your tuner on and off, that sort of thing. It's your normal electronic stuff. It's very nice sounding. I don't even know what strings are on this thing, but I like it. It's nice. I love the black kidney tuner pegs. They're cool, and the fact that they're sealed machine heads. Anyways, all in all, I'd say it's a really nice guitar. It sounds great, plays really great. The action's nice and low. If anything, I would probably, if I buy this thing, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to, I think I might end up, after I buy it, is lower the action just a little bit more. I've got some more breathing room there. I could actually take it down at the saddle end and probably get about a 1/16 off there, and then it would be like dead on perfect, you know, at least for what I like, you know. But before I do that, I think I might put a set of 11s on this thing and try out 11s. Practice makes perfect, guys, and considering I'm normally a lefty, I think I do pretty good for right-handed right now. I can play an awful lot of songs right-handed. It takes me a couple minutes to get into the groove and the swing of things playing, just because I've had a couple of days off from playing. I played the Tuesday Night Jammers. I belong to a group called Powassan Jammers, and we get together a few times during the month. And so I went there, did my jam the very next night, and of course I killed my fingers really bad at the jam because no callus, right? They're callus is on the right hand because I'm a lefty. So yeah, very painful experience, something to remember. And then of course Wednesday night we had our church band practice because I need to play at church. I'm part of our worship team there, and so we play, like every Sunday. So we have a midweek practice for that, which ended up being the very next day. Got through a few hours of that. And then, of course, now we've got our Sunday practice before service and then our main service. And my fingers are feeling much better since I've had, a couple of days away from this thing just to allow my fingertips to heal up a bit. They're feeling better, The only struggle I have is actually with the D minor chord, getting to the D minor. That's a little bit of a struggle, but otherwise I'm really good on the rest of them so far. And the B7 is a bit of a struggle to get to, but it's with time. It's like anything else. And besides, I don't have to worry about B7 this Sunday, anyways. But I do have to worry about that D minor. And if you listen to a D minor chord, now this is something pretty cool. There's D minor. The D minor 7, virtually almost identical to each other, so I can get to the D minor 7 really easy, so I should be able to make that alteration in those songs that we have the D minor in, just to do the D minor 7, then I can get to my chord change quick enough. I've been trying to teach myself right-handed off and on for years, and I've always been in search of just the right guitar for it too. Like my wife's got a smaller body guitar, but it's also not acoustic electric, and I need to plug into our PA system at church. And besides, it's her guitar, it's not mine, so I'm not touching her stuff, But I can't play lefty right now with my injury, so that sucks. But I wanted specifics, when I was going to go after a right-handed acoustic. Because I find acoustic much easier to learn on than an electric, especially going right-handed. And when I first started taking actual guitar lessons, when I was 14, previous to being 14 years old, I've had lots of guitars, electrics, acoustics, and never really got the hang of it a lot, but I did have a natural rhythm in me and everything, which was fine. And I did actually, turned out I knew some chords, but just didn't know what to do with them properly. But when I started taking lessons, I was totally away from the electrics and into an acoustic, and I've always fitted and felt better with fuller sized acoustic bodies. And I like this too because even though it's a concert sized body, so it's a little thinner profile too, it's got enough size in here that it's very comfortable, for my arm swing for strumming, so I can strum this thing rather easily in comparison to trying to do it on electric, so. And I don't even have to strum with the pick if I don't want to. Play with a picker with it doesn't matter. Haven't tried finger picking yet. That's a little trickier. And besides, this finger's injured, so I gotta kind of watch it. So I'll be using a pick. So I picked up some 38 mil picks while I was 0.38 millimeter actually. These are very thin, flexible picks. I really love these because it makes it easier to strum too, especially if you're shaky on strumming. And because I have a few shaky spots yet. And I will for a while, but this pick actually helps me to be able to get that flex movement. So I can get away with playing a lot of songs really easily if I want. which is great. I stick this thing at a 4.5 out of 5. Why? Well, it is a Cort guitar. It is a very well-made quality instrument. I have a Cort X2 guitar that's an electric guitar that's left-handed, of course. I've had it for years and I still can't wear the frets down. This one I'm sure I probably will. It's an acoustic, right? And it doesn't have fat jumbo frets. It's got like a medium jumbo fret. So medium jumbo frets, yeah, eventually you'll wear them out. But these ones are still in great shape, which is fine. I like the neck binding on it. It's kind of an off-white to the rest of the white. It's not a pure white, so it does have some separation in the coloration if you look at it there. You know, there's no body binding. It's just the neck that's bound. The Cort inlay and the diamond inlay are all raised up too, which is really nice. It's got a really nice textured feel to it. It's pretty cool. And I like the coloration too. That's kind of really sweet. I don't know how well you're going to see that on camera, but you know, it kind of shifts, with the light, which is kind of nice. But yeah, it sounds great, plays great. The Fishman electronics in it are awesome. I did have to put my own battery in because the one that was in it was dead when I picked it up, but I don't care, it's only a battery. So I threw in a Duracell. Really good output through this Fishman pickup system. The output is really nice, very sensitive too. And of course your jack is separate from your pin for your strap, which is nice. I like that. It's too bad all guitar companies don't do a separate unit like this, because the strap pin style ones, it makes it hard sometimes if it's too low of a profile to actually get a strap on there properly and safely. But I do like it. I'm more than likely going to buy this thing because I do need a backup guitar for whenever I injure myself. It seems that whenever I'm working, I'm going to get a slice somewhere. I'm going to slip with a knife, I'm going to get pinched by pliers, something's going to happen, and it's always to my right hand. And I've never done this much damage to my finger before, and you know, I sliced it pretty good, you know, and that was with a razor sharp putty knife. I'm just glad the cut didn't go any deeper, but it's tender, you know, so I do have to watch it. So no playing lefty for a while. We'll do the right-handed thing. But for a right-handed guitar, $200 is the perfect price. I don't mind buying used. It has everything I would want for a right-handed guitar, and I always wanted a white guitar too, you know. I like white. I think white's nice. But just a beautiful sounding instrument, you know. And the action's nice and low. Could go a smidge lower, but that would have to happen at the bridge end, because I've been looking at things and going, yeah, you know, if I do buy this, I might just lower that bridge about a 1/16, and it will be dead perfect for my style of, you know, how I like my guitar set up. The tuners are awesome, you know. Couldn't have asked for a nicer color for the tuning pegs. Like black is really cool. You know, they're a kidney tuner, which is fine, no biggie there. And I really, really dig these tuning pegs. They're quite nice. So they're all right, and it stays in tune great. As far as the cutaway goes, you know, with the little shelf here, it's not so bad, and I can still get up and around, you know, up into the higher end with no interference even from the strap. So all the locations of the strap pin is great too. I don't know, it's just a really cool instrument, you know. I really dig it, you know. Anyways, 4.5 out of 5, that's where I'm at with it. Take a look at it though. Like I said, it's an SFX1F-AW. Just check the title of the video. You're going to see the model number there. So if you want all the specs on it, you can get them. It's cool. You know, I think if you're looking for something, I don't know what the brand new price is. I haven't looked that far into it. is definitely a lot more than $200. I can tell you that. But this one came in used, and it was just perfect. It's like that's everything I could want, everything I need in a right-handed acoustic guitar to save my butt, plus learn how to play right-handed guitar with. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you on this one. Thanks so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and then click the bell for notifications when I upload videos. If I do end up buying this, because I'm not going to tell you right now, but if I do end up buying this, you're definitely going to find out about it, and I will definitely start doing songs on my channel for you guys with this guitar from time to time, and we're going to probably call them progresses or whatever, you know, because I think the progress is a nice thing to show people that, you know, like, hey, you know, it takes work, you know, it really does. And you know, I've worked a lot at this to learn as far as I have for playing right-handed. I put a lot of work in it off and on over the years, as much as I should have probably, but you know, like I said, I'm primary a lefty, so you know, but I like it. It's a really nice guitar, very well done. So great job, Cort. Anyways, thanks. Catch you later.